next. Next stage in your research. The first step is completed, that is exploring the area of your research, identifying the topic. After identifying the topic, what you have done, you have explored your topic. After exploring, you are having a complete clarity what you are required to do. The title which I have given to you, actually that title comes after you have explored. But I have already given a title to you, so that is fair enough. Otherwise, this entire exploratory research would have given you a new dimension or given you one particular pathway which is more interesting for you. But since I have given a title, so what you will do is, while exploring, after you have explored what is the circular economy, then you keep on going towards the topic which I have already suggested you, right? After you have completed your exploratory research, you are required to put your research problem and your objective. That becomes the first phase of your research. Yes, ma'am. Rishitesh, repeat your question again. Yeah, topic means the title I have already given, right? One specific line. Otherwise, what would have happened? In a circular economy, what you want to do? So somebody in a circular economy want to understand that how circular economy is giving you a new environment or new working environment or a new opportunity or new skills which are required to be generated, right? So they are touching upon the circular economy with the human skill or the, what is your title about? Yeah. Talent management, skill development and all that stuff is there. One segment is looking into that this circular economy has certain challenges are there. So when they are trying to understand the challenge, they can look into any one particular sector and understand the challenge. Is it okay? So that is actually, this particular title doesn't come in the beginning. After lot of reading, these sort of titles will come, okay? Everything, sir, everything I'll give you. I'll give you a document. As we proceed, I'll just show you. Roughly this will be the structure of your entire article, of your assignment. It's not a big one, it's quite a small one, it's just 5 pages, so somewhere around 5,000 words to, it's okay, word is never a limit. No, means neither on the upper side. Obviously. What you have done right now, you have completed this part of your research. No. No, one more. The circular economy concept, this also you have done it, so quite a good you have done it. Don't worry. After you are able to put your problem in place, the second thing is you are required to write your objectives. Normally your objective will be somewhere around 3 to 5. 3 to 5 objective will be there. your objective will always follow a funnel approach. I think now you may come out of your laptop for some time. Okay. After we are able to put our problem in place, the next step is you are required to put objective. When we are talking about the term objective, always it will follow a funnel approach. When we are talking about the funnel approach, it goes from the broader to the specific one. As you come down, is it okay, your research become more and more specific. Normally there are 3 to 5 objectives are there, and your objective will also follow initially your objective will be exploratory. We have done 3 type of research are there. Your objectives are also 3 type. One is an exploratory objective, another is a descriptive objective, and third is a causal objective. Now what do you mean by the 3? As you that your objective will follow a funnel approach. Initially 1 to 2 objective will be there wherein you are trying to explore. It won't happen that straight away you will enter into your topic of research. Is it okay? So first or second objective will be very broad in nature. For that one you don't have to prove, you just have to read it and explore it. There is no data crunching required for the first objective or the first and the second objective. It depends upon how many objectives you have of the exploratory nature. Second is known as a descriptive objective. It is not essential that it should be there. All the 3 objectives will be there. It is not essential. You may have 2, you may have 3, you may have 1 also. But the nature of the research which I have given, obviously there will be 2, not 1. Okay. So the first and the second objective will be about exploratory objective, which is based on the exploratory research. The second objective and third objective or the third objective will become descriptive objective, in which what happened, there are certain secondary data available. So you crunch the secondary data and understand what you are able to get out of it. The third one, the last one, the research becomes very specific, it becomes very peculiar. That is known as a causal research, wherein you have a dependent independent variable. Is it okay? Now, what is dependent and what is independent, you got an understanding as I was talking about. That research that is known as a model. When you are having a dependent and independent variable and you connect them together, that research is known as a causal research, and that research needs to be proven with the data. Are we all together? I am repeating it. So your research objective will be funnel shape. I'll just give you 1 or 2 illustration which can help you. Let us see. Okay, now a simple example of a research. Somebody wanted to understand about exchange rate and the ETF evolution, a breakthrough in the financial product. So I'll just go through the objective, you will understand. First one, to understand the comparison between the mutual fund and exchange traded fund. What I am trying to do. Hope everybody is aware about exchange traded funds. Exchange traded funds, yeah. One of the example can be like if you want to do a trading in the gold. One thing is you buy gold and sell gold, but that is not a feasible one because there is a huge amount of risk involved in it, and there is a lot of money which goes into physical buying and physical selling. Very often it does happen that I don't want to do that one. So there are negotiable instruments are there. When I give the instrument to you, for example, on the instrument it is written 1 kg gold. For 1 kg gold, you don't have to pay me 1 kg amount. Is it okay? There is a certain token money is there. Only that token money you give it to me. and I'll give you that certificate. So you are a holder of 1 kg gold. Holder of 1 kg gold doesn't mean that you will be having 1 kg gold in a physical format. No. Now what will happen whenever you want to offload that 1 kg gold, you just sell that negotiable instrument back to the exchange, and you will get on that particular day what is the rate and whatever is the margin, you will get gain or loss out of it. Is it okay? To understand the comparison between the mutual fund and exchange traded fund, what I am doing is I am just trying to explore it. Furthermore, to understand the various risks associated with the global exchange traded fund industry, if I need to understand the exchange traded fund and the risk which is involved, this is specifically in context to one particular region. But if you see the first and second objective are there, they are not region specific, they are just general in nature. First of all, I am trying to explore that what is this product and the another product, because mutual fund are quite close to exchange traded fund. In the second one, I am trying to understand what are the risks involved. And when I am trying to understand the risk involved, Mr. Rohit, I am not looking into any particular region. It is okay, it is just a general I am doing it. These are the various risks which are there in the global market. Now see the third one, how it become little more specific. To analyze the exchange traded fund available in the Middle Eastern region. Now my research is becoming slowly and slowly more narrower. Earlier I was not looking into the region, now I need to understand that how this exchange traded fund is performing in any one particular region. Now see the next objective. To analyze risk associated with the exchange traded fund in the Middle Eastern region. Can you understand, if you don't understand the second one, can you do a justification with the fourth one? No. When you do the second one, you understand all the risks which are available in this particular financial product. Now, if there are 10 risks available in the exchange traded fund, in my region, I may have only 5 risks, or I may just have 6 risks are there. So the fourth one is like a miniature form of the second one. So you can see how your research is flowing. The first and second one I am trying to explore, I am trying to understand about the exchange traded fund, I am trying to compare this financial product with another financial product which is quite close to each other. Then I am trying to understand all the risk available in this financial product. Now I am looking into further more specific one in one particular region, how is the performance, and then I try and look into what are the risks associated in the exchange traded fund in that particular region. Now see the next. To find out the growth perspective for exchange traded fund in the Middle Eastern region, and to position the ETF as a financial product in comparison to an open-ended fund. So first two objective will be like your exploratory objective. When you are trying to see the third and the fourth one, there are certain facts and figures available for the Middle Eastern region. So I'm trying to collect facts and figures and understand this topic in a better way, which become like a descriptive objective. And then towards the last one, if you want to have any type of survey based result, that will become more specific to the problem you are trying to encounter. Are we okay? Some other examples. As I was talking about one thing, that interaction with the industry expert, just this example has come out, so I'll share it with you. This is a research done by our graduates only, from our school only. When they were doing a research for this particular one, I remember they did really a good amount of effort. Nearly they read 2 entire book. One book I remember it was nearly 600 pages. They read the complete book of 600 pages. After reading entire thing, they got a good clarity, but still they were having some issues, some concerns were there. Those issues and concern means what? the problem column of your exploratory research. Now, to get a better clarity about those problems, they wanted to interact with a treasury head of one of the bank in our region, that is NBD. Now, NBD Bank, it is one of the leading bank, and to interact with the treasury head of an NBD, you cannot even think about it, that they will give you some time to have an interaction with them. They were not interested because they don't have time. But after a lot of interaction, finally they said, okay, we'll give you 15 minutes. But when the discussion started, is it okay, the participant was so well read that they got so fascinated with the discussion, and the discussion of 15 minutes went till 1.5 hours. And that one particular guy, he called one more, means another person, a senior person, to treasury means department head, interacting with our participant, is it okay, for 1.5 hours. So if you do your homework well, is it okay, that is what the benefit you get. And after completing that discussion, openly he gave an invitation that if you are interested after completing your MBA, if you wish to join, you can join us. So whenever you are interacting with an industry expert, is it okay, it should not happen that tomorrow when you are required to interact with him, today you prepare a question? No. Obviously, what will happen when you are asking a question to them, if you have just prepared the question just for the sake of asking, the another person will easily understand what you have done it. But if you have done your homework well, then what will happen, rather than question and answer, it becomes a discussion. And very often what happens, the young generation, you have many good ideas are there which even they feel that they can get benefited with it. So then rather than simply having a conversation, it becomes a discussion. And very often, many times it has happened that this interaction with the industry for their research purpose, is it okay, has culminated into job opportunities. All the research will have the same one, but as we go ahead, I'll let you know, because this last part which is related with the survey, I don't think we will be able to do in this particular research. Kindly read this one if you are able to understand. Go point wise point. Bottom. Okay, let us start now. To understand the global consumer electronic industry and how technology has transformed the consumption and adoption of consumer electronics. A person wants to understand about the consumer electronics. Again, the research is focused in the Middle East. But the first one, what he is trying to do to understand the global consumer market. To study about consumer market, in my then understanding the the consumer electronic market in my region, trying to why? Because very often you will find that this one was done in a UAE, and UAE and US follow a pattern. There is always an S shape when the market reaches nearly towards saturation, not saturation, S curve. Hope you have understood read about S curve. The product reaches to the top of the S, that point of time the product enters into the UAE market. So before understanding my market, I know that my market will follow another country's market. Now the product has already been launched. There are a lot of reports available in the other market. So when I read that particular report, I will be able to understand my market in a better way. Are we getting? So these are trying to explore the topic, and then in the red color, these are the points which are related with the survey. Are we okay? Shall we proceed further? It is not essential all three will be there, but top are exploratory, then descriptive, and when the third one they become the causal research, cause and effect. No, so I've just written and no, I've just written this. This is just for the slide preparation. I've written about the consumer goods. The title of the research is different. The title, as it was in the earlier one, that was a retail title. Are we ready? If we go back to the same one, that is about supply chain. In supply chain, what was the fourth para? If anybody remember, what was the fourth para? First para was talking about what do you mean, what are the supply chain pillars in the earlier time, which were the important areas under supply chain. The second para was talking about with the changing economic environment, there are new pillars which have come up. The first para and the second para, there was a difference. So the third para was talking about the gap which are there. Fourth one, we were talking about that is, since there is a gap between the first and the second para, many researchers have started exploring this area, which has given an interest to me also to explore the area, right? And then the fourth one was there, what I will be planning to do. There was one more line which was talking about to identify the constructs. Shall I open the document again? Therefore, studying supply chain practice can contribute to finding a better understanding about SCM. Hence, this paper aimed to do an empirical investigation of the construct and indicator of the supply chain management practice framework. Now, what do you mean by the term construct? What do you mean by the term framework? What do you mean by the term dependent variable? What is independent variable? That is the next topic of discussion. Basically, when we do a model building, it is empirical investigation, okay? And we will be doing a model building only. This is what is the structure of your article will be. If it is somewhere around, if it is 7,000, 5,000, 5% weight is given to introduction, then literature is 30%, methodology 20, data analysis 25. But this data analysis part, I'll let you know maybe by the time tomorrow. I'll let you know how much we can progress on the data. Otherwise, this data I'll remove it and I'll give you another assignment for it. For that one, just wait for a day. Okay, next. Now comes the main one. I wanted to study about adoption of a healthcare device in smart cities. That is a topic, my dependent variable. I want to understand about adoption of healthcare devices in smart cities. That is a dependent variable. Now, this is my topic of research. I want to study about healthcare devices in smart cities, right? Now, this dependent variable will depend upon n number of independent variables. Again, if I take you on the supply chain side, what is my objective? I want to improve my supply chain performance. My supply chain performance depend upon what are the factors on which my supply chain performance depend? Any 4 factors which we have read? The topic of research is a dependent variable. So in the supply chain, what was your topic of research? My topic is how can I improve supply chain performance, right? So supply chain, in order to improve my supply chain performance, what should I do? 4 points. So Tarun, One was inventory, second point. Transportation and logistic, third one. Third one. Green SCM, fourth one. Vendor selection, fifth one. Reverse logistics, sixth one. Supply chain. Supply chain coordination, supplier integration. Is it okay? So what are these? These are all independent variables are there. If I do all these independent variables properly, then what will happen? Overall my supply chain performance will improve. Are you able to connect what I'm talking? So we are having a dependent and independent variable. Now in this one, this is my dependent variable. So I need to understand that what are the factors which are influencing my adoption. So these are the factors. Telemedicine will have an impact on this one. Ease of use will have an adoption. So all these factors will have an impact on adoption. You agree? Sure. Ma'am Bindu. Mr. Vineet, I pause your question for a minute. Yeah. Everybody listen to me. Mr. Vineet, your question is how we are able to identify these factors. So what we have done is, we have done our homework. We have explored the topic. Earlier also when you were doing a supply chain, you were exploring the topic. Earlier what factors were taken. Then later on what new factors were taken. You may identify one more new factor from your side also. So all of these factors are there. And if these factors are done properly, then what will happen? Sorry. If I am able to manage my inventory better, if I am able to manage my transportation and logistic better, if I am able to manage, if I am able to integrate, supply chain integration in a better way, then what will happen? Overall, my supply chain will improve. Same thing is there when I'm talking about the adoption of a healthcare device in a smart cities. These are the factors. So I have read n number of articles, and from those articles I was able to identify these are the various factors. Mr. Sanjeev, see what will happen again, whenever you do a research, is it okay, you are required to put your boundary. Now boundary is there, sometimes you can say that you want to look into one specific area, or you have taken only technological factors, you have removed the human related factors, so it depends upon whatever research you are doing, and you will have to limit, otherwise there can be n number of. If you have done the research with 5 variables, the 6th area is there which you don't want to explore. So you will put it in the last that I have done my research keeping the technology and the human aspect, but I have not looked into the operations, somebody can look into it. That will become the future scope of your research. Yes, sir. Right. Right. In this one, it's not a feature. I'm telling that if my system is easy to use, people will use it. It is a healthcare device, right? Maybe like anything measuring of temperature or anything. So if it is ease of use, it will happen. Secondly, I'm telling that if there is, because there is a chance that my data may be leaked when you are using. So security I have taken, Internet of Things I have taken. Yeah. Exactly. That is what we are required to do. See, the first one was an exploratory. Now then we have done some another one, third one. This is known as a model building. Now if you are having a cause and effect relation, you will have to prove it. So how you will prove it? You will ask certain question on Internet of Things and how it is helping you. Some question on cyber security and this one. So there will be a questionnaire will be there which is based on all these. And then we will prove it whether there is a relation which is existing between the dependent and independent variable. When you are trying to establish a relation, indirectly or vaguely if you see, it is nothing, it is like a regression, right? So you have a dependent variable, you have an independent variable, and after having independent variable, you will means how you can prove this model is successful only if you have the numbers with you. So then what will happen? You will conduct a survey on these questions, and then you will do a regression analysis. Automatically there will be a weight on each and every arrow. If this particular arrow has a higher weight, you will say that aging population has a bigger impact on adoption in comparison to another one. Are we okay? Now your research goes into the second level. Sir Vineet, please. It is. See, what is happening? Is it okay? I'm telling you that a device has come. Is it okay? You don't know. You are not used the device. But I'm asking that these things together. Now, if you find that, yeah, it is very easy for you, will you like to use it? Is it okay? You have not used it till now, but I'm explaining you the features and provoking you to think, if these features, if I'm able to provide, will you do it? Then you can ask me a question, then Nathan, since you are giving fine, everything is okay, but the data which is getting generated, is it okay? What will happen? Will there be a privacy will be there or not? So it is giving me another connect that security will be a concern for me. So if I'm able to assure you that your data will be secure enough, now I ask you another question. Is it okay that your data will be kept secure? Will you be interested in using it? Yes, I will be interested, or no, I will be interested, right? So next question of yours. Perfectly well. That is how it is done. Anything is there, the product, whether it will be acceptable or not, the most important thing is to identify the need of a person. So if the need, if you are able to properly identify, all research can be done. Makes sense? Shall I proceed further? Now what is your next homework? These are the various factors you have identified. Right now you have not identified these factors because right now you have just read two articles. Is it okay? When you read n number of articles, you will find that maybe 3 aspects were taken by Mohit. He has just touched upon 3 articles. Then I read another article and he has taken one more construct, but he has not included all the 3. I am repeating, listen to me carefully. When I read his article, so he has taken first, second and third. When I read his article, he has included first, second, but he has not included the third one, but he has included the fourth one. Now I read an article written by Ms. Bindu, and from there I am able to identify 2 more variables. In this way, when I connect all the articles together, then I'll be able to get all my points in place. Yes or no? After you are able to identify that these are the pillars on which your adoption depends, then you need to understand these pillars also in depth. When I'm talking about that your supply chain, performance depend upon inventory, it depends upon supplier performance, it depends upon another one. So these are only the factors on which it depends. But you need to understand how inventory management is done. You need to understand what do you mean by the term optimization, how it is to be done. You need to understand about the supplier integration, yes or no. Are we right? So now your research goes into the second dimension, and that will lead to this one. This I'll let you know later, because these are just abbreviation we have given for model building. Don't. This is the way of doing your real research, Ms. Gitika, please. Why? Ma'am, is it okay? Listen to me. Somebody told you that in order to improve the supply chain performance, you need to optimize your resources. Fine. But then you should be aware about what do you mean by the term optimization, how we can do optimization, what are the challenges of optimization, what are the benefit of optimization. Do you agree to me? Right? Ma'am Bindu, please. I'm not, I'm not connecting exactly with your assignment. I'm giving you a generic one, then slowly and slowly I'll connect each and everything. Okay? Are we all okay? Shall I proceed further? Okay guys, listen to me now. Mr. Vineet, please. Right? Right? That is how the research is. See, as I told you, when level of research, is it okay at your level? This is an expectation. If it is further a junior one, then the research gets restricted only till this part. If you do your research only till this part, that is the first level of research. But if you want to go deeper into it, then what will happen? For every construct, you are having sub-variables are there. These are known as sub-variables. But if you want to take this one into a PhD research, then what will happen? Every sub-variable will have further sub-variable. So as you are, only 1 second, sir, sorry for interruption. See, somebody can question that PhD research also has the same step, your ABR also has the same one. If an undergraduate is doing, that also has the same, because research step will remain same, it doesn't change. So then what is the difference between the research? So if it is an undergraduate research, sir, our expectation is only this much. If it is ABR, our expectation is this much. If you are doing a DBA with us, is it okay? Then every sub-variable will have further sub-variables will be there. Is it okay? Sir, we need your question. Sorry, please. Okay. Shall I proceed further? Obviously, sir, obviously. Then I let you know how to prepare a questionnaire, how to collect the data, because every variable which you have included. Yes, sir. No. Now what will happen? Your research will start. Now, Internet of Things will become your parent research. Please, I need your attention. When you have explored the topic and you are able to identify the construct. Now, on every one construct, you will have to devote your research. Because on Internet of Things and adoption of healthcare, many of the people, it won't happen that every scholar might have taken all the topic. One particular scholar, for example, your research, is it okay, is only on aging population and devices. You have done research only on that one. then this aging of the population, you have studied n number of variables. Getting my point? Somebody might have done the use, only ease of use and adoption. Somebody can do a research on that as well. Now what will happen, on every one construct, you will have to dig deeper into it and identify what the other scholars are talking about. Am I able to answer your question, or still some confusion? Yes, sir. Yeah, right now you have simply identified after reading. Now, after reading, when you are identified, is it okay? It need to be proved. Right, right, sir. Exactly. Now, what will happen? Listen to me. You will have to design a survey, Mr. Mohe. In your survey, normally there are 4 parts in a survey. The first part will be simply about the demography. The most important part in the survey is known as a body of a survey or a body of a questionnaire. So how your body of a questionnaire will look like? There is one more. That is what my expectation. One minute, sir. What I was showing you. This is how your questionnaire will look like. So you can see on all the independent sub-variables, is it okay having one questions are there? And this is how your questionnaire will be. That also will help you to prepare, how to prepare the questionnaire. Don't jump into the questionnaire, I'm just giving you a feel of it. So now you know your sub-variable. On every sub-variable there is a question is there, and this question models analysis, and automatically so Satish will get it, which particular variable has a greater weight, which has a lesser one, which particular relation hold good and which doesn't hold good. Are we okay?
So for all these surveys and all these variables, we have to do regression analysis of E to get the outcome, or there are other ways also?
See, regression is okay model. It's not a very super. If you want to, if you are having your sub variables and another one, then the ideal method to use is a structural equation modeling, that is known as SEM. I think I will be able to explain you the concept of structural equation modeling by tomorrow. Why you viewers are looking so tense with it? Okay. See, I'll clarify. It is not essential that this RM research need to be done so extensively. and not doing it, but your ABR has to follow this pattern. There is no question, you cannot deny. So what will happen, at least if you are not able to prepare the sub variables, at least the variables you can have, your dependent and independent variable, at least you can have in your this research. Is it okay? Okay, again I'll repeat. First of all, in order to prepare, should be having the questions. Is it okay? The questions will come from where? Sub-variables. Sub-variables will come from where? How you will come to the sub-variable? So you are required to do a literature review, right? Now your literature, now your research will become very focused. Earlier, as I told you, you can simply read whatever is coming in front of you. But as you go deeper, when you are having your dependent variable and you are looking into sub-variable, you cannot do a Google search now. Now you are required to use scholarly articles to identify the sub-variables. How to read an academic article, how to search an academic article. Now we start. But before I take it forward, clear or not? Please don't feel shy. I can repeat again. Ma'am Bindu, shall I repeat again? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. If you want to prove your model, is it okay whenever there is a framework or when you are having a research model, the research model need to be proved using a survey. Okay? You will have to prepare a questionnaire and then get it answer from your from different people. But in your RM survey, in RM, I will omit this one. Is it okay? I'll give you another thing to do it. Yes, sir. Pardon, sir. This is another one. There is never a limit. See, it's not at all your thought process. Research is not an intuition, no, not a thought process. Research is it okay? You are required to read what other scholars have done it, and then validate it by adding two more ways which you will to identify. These questions won't just come out of your thought. They cannot even come out of your thought. This thing first you are required to build this particular model, and for this one you are required to do a good amount of homework. Okay? So Satish, once again louder for everybody. Mr. Mohit, yeah, he's repeating loud for everybody. Right? Exactly. You see, when you are designing the questionnaire, is it okay? Somebody has done it, there are best practices are there, but you cannot take everything from there only. If you have taken everything from there, then there is none. Definitely, definitely. The questions are, as I was telling, question cannot come in your mind, all the question cannot come. So you are reading different scholars, what questions they have asked, what are the issues they have raised, which will structure your entire thought process to design this questionnaire. Okay. So Sanjeev, please. Hmm. So, Mr. Sanjeev, that is what I'm telling you. If your model would have been the first level, it's okay, only a dependent and independent data, you could have done a regression. But if you are having a sub variables are there, the regression does differ. There is another statistical tool which is known as structural equation modeling, SEM, which is done using a software Adanco. Okay. That is a different one, sir. In that one, what happened? We feed the data, and the software has the ability to connect them with each other. That is a different one. Is it okay? Sir Tarun? Survey question comes from? So the question you will ask, is it okay, like I'm telling you the question I will design in such a way. I got your point, very well taken. I got your point. Okay. I'll answer both your questions. So Tarun, for example, I'm telling about the ease of use. Is it okay? So in ease of use, what is there? User friendly. If I provide you a user friendly device, will you be interested in it? Yes, sir. On a rating scale of 1 to 5. Then I'm asking you about the stakeholder satisfaction. Is it okay? So one question is there which is talking about that what means if I provide you this much, how much will be the rating? So ultimately what is there? The sub variable is connected with the dependent variable. Yeah. So all the questions I'm asking, is it okay? For example, sir, when you buy a product, few quality issues are there which are important. Price related issues are there important. Need related issues are there, they are important. Is it okay? So some question I'm asking about the need. Some issues are related with the quality. Some are related with the maybe like authenticity or any sort of thing. So all those questions ultimately, if I get a high rating, then fine, definitely I'll buy. So the buying of the product, if I assume as a dependent variable, will depend upon the quality. Buying of the product will depend upon the price. Buying of the product will depend upon the need related. And buying of the product will depend upon something else. Yes or no? Now when I'm talking about the need, there might be 4 or 5 need will be there. Are we okay? So that is how we are doing it. See, it is not essential that if all the numbers are high, is it okay? Fine, for that particular construct is acceptable. But then there will be a connect with other variables as well. Is it okay? As you proceed further, then you will be able to understand. Mr. Mohit asked. Right? No, sir. No, I'm not telling. Is it okay? My survey is not telling you about the aging. Aging population is one part of it. That aging population has little more intention to use it, or they might have less intention to use it. So adoption of the healthcare device, is it okay? It will depend upon whether young population is more interested or aging population is more interested. Exactly. I'm not asking, when I'm asking a question, I won't ask about Internet of Things because everybody won't understand. But what Internet of Things can give a benefit to you? No, no, no. Then it is a different one. Mr. Mohit, if your research is Internet of Things and adoption, I am telling that one person might have done a research only on Internet of Things and this one. I use the word might have done. It's not that everybody is doing the same one. So one person might have done Internet of Things with this one. Another person might have done on the ease of use with this one, right? So I'm reading all of them to get a holistic picture about adoption. Yes or no? Hmm? Right, right. First, I need to understand all the factors which are helpful. Gravity and intensity, or if there is any one particular factor more important. If I find that ease of use play a very important role, then while designing this device, I have to keep in mind that the ease of use is a very important thing. Avi? Yes, sir?
Question is, you have sub-variables and you find that one of the sub-variables are having less ratings compared to others.
Right.
So does it mean that may much of an effect on the
Yeah, so that you will write down in a conclusion that this relation doesn't hold so strong. See, as I told you, for every particular variable, for every particular line, you have done a t-test, if you remember, in statistics, right? Null, significance and all. So for everything there will be a number which will say strongly supported, weakly supported, strongly supported, weakly supported. Are we okay? Relax for 5 minutes and somebody will have to narrate the entire story to me back. Is it okay? Sarve, you will do. Feel comfortable, feel comfortable. It's a very, very important for your end term research, for your dissertation. So it should not happen that any particular thing you are not able to connect. Ask as many times you want to do it. For your RM, I'll keep on guiding you. I'll narrow down. Definitely your RM research cannot be of this magnitude. I totally agree. Mr. Kian, this is the exact thing I'm expecting out of it. Perfectly. Perfect. Okay? Okay. Let us start once again in a short and then we go into how to search literature from our databases. Is it okay? Come out of your laptop. Girl, come out of your cell phone. Huh? We started was, the first thing was about, in a research, the first step is what? Identifying a topic of research. Nobody has any confusion in identifying the topic. Once we are able to identify a topic, is it okay? What is the next thing to be done? Because the topic I have identified, but I'm not aware much about it. So you are required to explore the topic. Is it okay? In order to explore the topic, is it okay, Ms. Janki, how should I do it? How we were able to explore the topic? Okay, one thing if I can try and put it in this way, any simple, whenever you are required to explore the topic, is it okay? Don't explore it with the complete title. No, you cannot do it. For example, I want to research, is there any connect between benchmarking and total quality management? My research is there a link between benchmarking and total quality management? For example, this is the title of your research. Ms. Janki, you cannot put this title in order to explore. How I did it? I told you just you explore circular economy right now. Then I told you that I'll keep on guiding you. Whenever, Mr. Shiv Kumar, the title is given to you, you should understand how to dissect the topic. Art of research is dissecting and then joining them together. That is what is a research. So, first of all, you are required to dissect it. Is it okay? Ms. Anshita, how can I dissect the topic? Very good. So one thing I can take it benchmarking in one side, we can have a total quality management on another side. Is there another break you can put it in between, Mr. Rohan? When it comes to benchmarking and total quality management, is there something vague idea coming in your thoughts? See, when we are talking about total quality, then like ISO 9000 and all those are there. So maybe I have brought another one as an ISO also in between. Any other one? I can put a link also. Is it okay that is there a link or not? So what I have done, the bigger title I have dissected it, you can have further dissection, yes or no, right? Mr. Harsh, now we further dissect it, right? How do we dissect? This benchmarking can have a theory and it can have a practice, yes or no? It can have a theory and a practice. On benchmarking, there has been lot of literature is there. You might have done your operation course. Gal Anshita, can you share anything? Any theory in benchmarking? Like damming and all the other famous scholars, they have written lot of things in this one. So now in the theory, you are trying to read what Deming has written, etc., etc. There are various scholars are there who have done a good research on the benchmarking theory. Mr. Binu, when I'm talking about the term practice, what do you mean by the term practice? Application, is it okay? So I can study, I can identify some case studies. I can identify some case studies, is it okay? And understand that how the company was able to use benchmarking in their operation, in their field. Are we together? Similarly, what will happen in total quality management? Again, I can bifurcate. There is a theory. There is practice. And then total quality management is an implementation process. Yes or no? So I can write down about the process as well. In this way, whenever you are having a title of research, you dissect your topic. Intelligency, what is intelligency? Intelligency help you to dissect your topic. Not about your topic, the general, what do you mean by the term intelligence? When a person becomes more and more intelligent, what he does? Is it okay? He start questioning, he start breaking each and everything. So intelligency means breaking. But the beauty of means a sound understanding is once you have broken down, how you are able to join them together. If you just break it apart, is it okay, and you are not able to join, you cannot do the work. If you only know how to join, you don't know the proper breakup, then also you cannot do it. So a proper blend between the breaking of the article and then joining them together. Are we okay, right? So Mazid, in this way you are required to break the topic. So in order to do this one, as I told you in the first one, you were understanding about the circular economy. Then I could have told you identify what are the benefit of circular economy. Then I could have given you next one to identify what are the challenges of circular economy. Then I would have given you that what are the various models who different scholars have prepared. In this way, step by step, is it okay you get a comprehensive picture about your topic? Are we okay? So identifying the topic we have done, exploring we have done, and while exploring we were able to identify various pillars of my research. Is it okay? After identifying the pillar, now you go to one pillar and start digging deeper into it. Because many of the people might have done research on one particular pillar, then second, then third, then fourth. Are we okay? Shall I proceed? You have a dependent variable, you have independent variable. Till this part, everybody has a clarity, right? Those independent variables we were able to identify, Mr. Vishakha, by exploratory research. But now when you want to dig deeper into it, then you have to go into more of academic article. So how to look into an academic article, how to explore an academic article, that we'll do an exercise simultaneously. Is it okay? Next. So are we ready to explore? Okay. So before we go ahead further, questionnaire and that part, just forget it. I just explained because a question came up. Otherwise, I would have not brought you to the questionnaire because this is not the right time. Questionnaire comes somewhere in the middle of the course, okay? Come on guys, everybody, log into your Blackboard. Everybody log into your Blackboard. Within your Blackboard, yeah, log in first. On the right hand side, you have your knowledge portal or library will be there. Last one, it should be the last one. So scroll down. Somewhere knowledge portal is not there. Knowledge portal. It's not in the last for you people. It is somewhere in middle. Knowledge portal. No, not this one. No. Kindly go back. Yes, ma'am. Go back. No. This one back. Ms. Janki, can I invite you to take my place? Okay. Blackboard, will you be able to access from there, or shall I open my Blackboard if you want? Anything? Please. Please. No? No. 1 minute. Sakanyan, can you just help her where it can be? Somewhere it is able to do, right? All of you are able to log in? Knowledge portal. Not my course, knowledge portal. Yeah, you are right. Knowledge portal, great, great. Okay, fine. Everybody has the same window. Kindly go to maybe online databases. Knowledge portal, okay, fair enough. Now you have so many databases are there. Ms. Janki, just scroll a bit. It's okay, fine, thank you. So there are is it okay, because we have to pay a big amount to these, to get access to these portals. Really a huge amount goes into it. Now, first of all, we look into, kindly scroll down. Further scroll down, please. There must be AppSco must be there somewhere. AppSco. Yeah, this one, Business Source Complete. So kindly click on this. Perfect. Fine. Are we okay now? Everybody click on Business Source Complete. Business Source Complete. Yes, sir. Click on this. Business Source Complete. Continue. Could you get this window, all of you? Okay. Is it okay? Mrs. Khan, hope you won't feel sleepy, huh? I think it's required. Okay, now, first of all, we just put a general topic, anything with it? Fine. She'll do and we'll all follow her. We can put anything like consumer behavior. Consumer behavior. Search. So as of now, there are 74,512 documents are there. Scary one, right? Now, what will happen when these documents are there? It is not essential that you have an access to every document, okay? Now, if you want that, you are in search of only those documents which are fully there. So, Kian, sometimes you will find only abstract is there, sometimes you will find a PDF document is there. Is it okay? So, Ms. Janki, kindly put a tick mark on full text on this side. No, dear, on this side. Yeah, full text. When you do a full text, now what is there? Only 51,000 documents are there. So 75 got reduced to 51. Okay. As I told you that if it is a scholarly article is there, then definitely it will be reviewed by the scholar. The articles which are reviewed, which are peer reviewed, they are more authentic, they are more reliable. Is it okay? So let us see, I just want to see only the reliable, more authentic one. Kindly click on peer reviewed article and scholarly article, both one, reference. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. See, there are few journals are there which are very, very low level journals are there, right? But they, exactly. And they are not so authentic in nature. Reference, please no. Okay, mine one, sorry. Just nobody calls this number, yeah. Nobody has this one. Reference articles also, yeah. So now we have 15,000 articles are there. Now further, Ms. Gita, that there are certain areas are there where you find that, see, consumer behavior is changing a lot. So if you study about the consumer behavior 15 years, 20 years back and today, there is a dramatic difference is there. So you don't want to go to that level because the change is very rapid right now. Is it okay? So you can put a timer also that you want an article. If you are looking for a technological one, then definitely what will happen, that technology might have evolved in the past 8 years only. So you don't have to go till 20 years. Is it okay? Ma'am, now what will happen, this scroll bar is 1923. You can increase it. You may bring it to maybe 2000 onwards. So you want to do a research only from 2000 to 2018. How many articles are there now? Is it okay? So slowly your research is getting narrowed down. Yeah. Further, you can change more other conditions you can give. This is how you are required to look into, and these are very authentic articles. To get this article individually, you'll have to pay a BOM. Is it okay? But you don't have to pay anything for that, right? Now, next one. If you scroll down, when you scroll down, then what will happen? You will be able to have an access of only 10 articles. Then next, you'll have to do. Kindly scroll up back. Scroll up on the top. Yeah. Click on the page option. Page option. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Make it, kindly scroll down. Make it like a 50 articles. Click on the 50. Continue. I think just, yes. So now what will happen if you scroll down? At a time you can review 50 articles, right? Okay. Now I'll let you know further smarter way of looking into it. Everybody see? See, it is not possible for us to read the entire article. Is it okay? So as I told you, every article has an abstract. And what I told you, abstract is like a marketing. I want my article should be read. So I will write my abstract in a very smart way, in a very catchy way. Is it okay? And in a nutshell, your abstract should be so attractive. Is it okay that it gives me the complete summary of the article? Only then somebody will be read my. Is it okay? So abstracts are written in a very so abstract will indirectly guide you everything what is there in the article. So many time when you are required to write down your literature, if you only read the abstract, then also you can write. Are we okay? Otherwise, sir, you will have to download entire article. That is very difficult. So how to get only the abstract part of it, not the other one? Can we try? Sorry. Can we try? Okay, now listen to me. See, what I'll do is, I'll create a folder. Where is the folder? No. This one will give you only the abstract if you want to study about the abstract only. You can see the subject and the detail. So this is the abstract of an article. But now everybody pay attention what I'm doing is, first of all, I'll create, add to a folder. Click on, first of all, you have chosen any particular article. I'll randomly select right now. So I have chosen, the selection is not coming. There will be a folder. Here somewhere you can see a folder. No. So now for example, this article I have chosen and I'll add to a folder. Now I look for another article. Maybe this also. No. This is the same one, right? Okay, now you can see the folder is there. Save a file in the folder. So I select the first one. Okay. The another one, for example, will go back only. This is the same. One more pack I have to do. Again, the folder option is not. So I'll have to select it.
One back.
Okay. Guys, have you saved the first one in the folder? Now I say, actually in my one maybe I've done some settings so it becomes very fast because we keep on doing a routine thing. I have selected the second one.
Just sign here.
Add to a folder. Okay. Now the third one. Again I'll have to go back.
Also, maybe you can just try and put that blue button if it's coming in between the maybe that it should automatically save.
It's a print one. To print an email and
Oh,
save.
save my yeah. If you want to check, you can just go back to the top and check.
Now it is shown. Okay, so I'll save multiple files in the folder. Now everybody see what I'm doing is, go to your folder, save them. When you click on save, then it will ask you multiple options. Now what will happen? Do you want to save in this one? So customize the field format. Click on customize the field format. Just take only the abstract part of it. Then maybe author information. And then I don't want anything else. Otherwise what will happen, any article you save, unlimited things will get saved. But in this way what will happen, only the abstract I have saved, only the author name I have saved, right? Abstract and the title. Where is the title? Yeah, sorry. Title. Now save it. See now, in this way, I missed out on something there. Again, who has been saved? No. So just 2 minutes, just 2 minutes please. Before that you remove the HTML, remove this one also, customize the field and now save it. Complete effect. Now you can see, Ms. Janki, kindly scroll up and down. Now you can see what we have done. For example, 20 articles you have chosen. How you will do it? You are having your constructs are there, Internet of Things. Now your next focus will be to do an extensive research on Internet of Things. So you just put Internet of Things and medical devices like this one. So you will get all the article related with Internet of Things. Select them. See how summarized it is. Is it difficult? For now it is very easy to prepare your literature. Then you take the second variable, third variable, so way. Otherwise it is a very, very difficult, because one article downloading, reading one by one is very humongous activity. Are we okay? Sir, first of all, you'll have to remove the HTML and everything. Make sure that you remove all of them.
Then do save as, right hand side, correct. Then have patience.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Now you remove these first. Yeah, now see. Right? Perfect. Everybody got it? Sorry. Completed? Thank you so much. Shall we proceed further? Two to 3:30. When you will be coming back, all of you? 15 minutes? Okay. I think we have done a lot now, but I won't leave you. No, don't even think about it. After coming back, is it okay? I think it will be nice to have one recap who can give the complete comprehensive review of whatever we have done. Exam is not at all an issue in this one. Was exam was exam a difficult one? Oh my God, how it is. But 1 minute, you 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. You had a practice for regression? The practice questions were there for regression?